My name is Fernando Reimers, and I am the Ford Foundation Professor of the Practice of International Education at the Harvard Graduate School of Education, where I direct the Global Education Innovation Initiative. I am grateful to Professor Jeffrey Sachs and to his colleagues in the UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network and to the Pontifical Academy of Sciences for the invitation to address those of you participating in this Vatican Youth Symposium today. The achievement of the SDGs is squarely contingent in human knowledge, understanding, and skills. While all the SDGs are interdependent, education is foundational to all of them. I don't mean just that people should know the goals, understand them, and be disposed to do what is within their power to advance them. That, of course, is essential. But it is also indispensable that they have the knowledge and the skills to achieve the goals. Take the first goal, for example, no poverty. Achieving that goal requires, first of all, that the poor have the opportunity to develop skills to get themselves out of poverty. But it requires also that the non-poor understand the importance of eliminating poverty, acting in ways which make it possible for the poor to get themselves out of poverty. This requires the capacity to understand complexity, to understand systems, and the disposition to value the well-being of others, and to commit to act in solidarity with them. All of these skills and dispositions are the result of education. They are not innate. To be sure, they can be learned in many different institutions, in families, in community organizations, in religious organizations, in voluntary organizations of various kinds, engaging with political parties or with business. But they can also be learned in schools and in universities. I've been doing such work with colleagues around the world over the last few years, and from this work I have learned how much is already possible and within reach. I'm suggesting that you work with educators and school leaders in advancing this alignment. To assist you in that task, I offer two resources which you can access freely online. The first, the book Empowering Global Citizens, and the second, the book Empowering Students to Improve the World in 60 Lessons. Both of them are available in multiple languages. The first book contains 350 units from kindergarten to high school, aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, with the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and with the World Economic Forum Global Risk Assessment Framework. From those framing documents, we identified a set of competencies, knowledge, skills, and attitudes aligned with them. We then develop an interdisciplinary set of units, coherently aligned within grades and across grades. This project-based curriculum is designed to develop not only understanding, but the capacity to design innovative solutions as students gradually develop their expertise. The second book, Empowering Students to Improve the World in 60 Lessons, is much more accessible. It contains a simple protocol that can guide any school in carving space for an intentional curriculum aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and it includes a prototype consisting of 60 lessons in total, from first grade to 12th grade. This prototype is an easy and accessible first step for any school to begin to teach an interdisciplinary curriculum aligned with the SDGs. I have learned, number one, that providing teachers an opportunity to understand how it is that their instruction can help their students build the capacity to achieve the SDGs is extremely motivating to teachers. It is, for many of them, the reason they came into teaching in the first place. Second, many of those teachers discover in this process that working in teams and in these improvement networks make the task easier than they had imagined, within reach. And third, many of those teachers in team explain that for the most part, this kind of work is not done in schools, and this is your opportunity for leadership. And developing curriculum aligned with the SDGs makes visible how to do this. We are living extraordinary times in spite of our challenges, times when relatively small groups of people can use the technologies we have available to collaborate in unprecedented ways, and in this way have an impact which is disproportionate to the resources we command. I'm hopeful that many among you will see the opportunities which exist in collaborating across all lines of difference to help schools and universities do a much better job than they do at present in supporting students so they learn what they must to achieve a world that includes all and where we can live in ways which are sustainable. What cause could be more fitting of the inspiration provided by being surrounded by the incredible beauty that surrounds you and in each other's company?